get approached to do a lot of projects, some very exciting and I will be announcing soon, but they find me because I'm out there. One of the best ways to get yourself out there is to have a portfolio website. Now there are lots of people using all sorts of things to get this accomplished, especially with stuff like Instagram, Twitter, all that kind of stuff, to get their stuff out there, take advantage of social media. One of the best ways is to have a strong home where someone can go on the web to find everything that is you, curated perfectly, for them to then decide whether you're the way to go. I recommend that you, like a lot of professionals in the industry, have a portfolio website that's yours and official, easy to navigate, where one can answer all their questions that have anything to do with you there. And today we're going to be doing that with Wix, who are supporters of this channel and who partnered with me to bring this video to you. We'll just be going over some tips that I think are essential and important to make sure that your portfolio website has all it needs and you can get all of that done with Wix. 6 tips to be specific. Wix is a great way for you to get started on the web, whether you're a beginner or pro when it comes to making websites. And using the Wix editor, we'll kind of be going through the decisions I made with my website and why I did things the way I did them. And hopefully that helps you structure how you want to put your own website together. To get started, use my link in the description, wix.com/whitemanga. The first tip is something you can literally apply to everything you do. It doesn't necessarily only apply to creating websites. It could be what you draw, what you write. Everything is to know your audience. If you know who you're attracting, you have a stronger idea of what to present. You know what to present, how to present it, know how they're going to interact on your website so you can tailor everything to match their need. Who's going to show up there? Clients, supporters, studios, fans. If you're like really popular, your mom, probably not. You figure that out and that can kind of get the ball rolling and letting you know what exactly to do and how to do it for your website. For me, primarily it's you guys. Again, you're from YouTube, so I make sure that that YouTube vibe is still very present on my website. As you can see, there's a YouTube embed on the homepage. Even the name of the website is kind of tied to this. And so I make sure that that part of me is very present on the website, knowing fully well that most of the people who are going to be visiting the website are you guys. There are other things, but that's a clear example of what I'm talking about. Tip 2 is for you to have a very detailed about section. In my case, we called it origins, kind of like in tune with manga and comic book origin stories, or essentially my origin story is what you're going to have there. And you want to have a detailed story, right? Because at the end of the day, people who are going in looking to find out more about you, not so much all the products, but you, the person. And so you might want to have a good, cool story so they know who you're dealing with. So in some cases, you might want to use this opportunity to boost some credibility, make people feel more comfortable when they come to the website. So I took this opportunity at the bottom of the website to add certain links to other popular websites that have covered me. And it just makes people more comfortable to want to work with me or make me feel maybe a little more credible. It's almost like a verification badge. Things like that, or testimonials for people who've worked with you in the past if they had nice things to say. Basically the Amazon review of your website portion thing can be placed right there. Unless you want to have a separate section for that, but again, you don't want to have your website be too clunky. You want everything to kind of be on the go. Not everything deserves its own page. Another thing you can throw in here is a CV or resume if you want to do so. Maybe other companies you've worked with. Just list, all the CV stuff. And you can either have it be visually available there or maybe available to download if you want it in a separate format. Up to you. But the about section should be detailed to where when they get there, it's quick and easy to get all the details and information they need to know who you're dealing with. Tip 3, the actual portfolio doesn't need to be filled with everything you've ever done. You just need the highlights. 9 times out of 10, whoever's going to be looking at your stuff is not going to be spending eternity there unless they're like a super fan. In most cases, it's just going to be a couple minutes, especially if you're dealing with people who want to deal with you on that professional level. So pick the best stuff and then maybe curate it in a nice way. On our Wix website, I separated some of the work into, categories. Animation stuff, illustrations, storyboards, comic pages. And over time, I'll keep adding to these things. And again, it just separates things, makes it easy for them to find and get a good vibe of what my work is like and what it's going to look like. You have things separated this way, leading into the next tip, easy navigation. Basic stuff of a website, you want to make sure it's Easy to navigate, easy to understand, not too clunky, very accessible, straightforward, clean, crisp. You don't want to have people on your website looking for very obvious things. When they get there, they need to get the jolt. One of the nice things I have on the homepage of the website is little news bars and banners about me or what's going on with me, i.e. to pre-order my latest volume that's coming out. It's really easy right there, as well as a link to a preview of the pages that will be free. So this is me lending myself to not just say clients or anything like that, but more so to supporters, you guys, which is a nice call to the first tip. Another thing to add to the navigation is you're taking into account how your website is going to look on mobile, because keep in mind, a lot of people, in fact, a huge percentage, almost 50%, in some cases more, maybe even 60% of people are accessing your website via mobile. So you want to make sure if your website works clean desktop, it should also do the same for mobile. And the cool thing about Wix, while you're making your website, you can kind of toggle back and forth to see how it's going to look via mobile, and you can make those edits and adjustments accordingly. Fifth tip, contacts. You want to make sure that if they do want to deal with you or work with you, or you want to get some kind of fan mail, whatever the case may be, there should be a way for people to contact you. And you can do this in multiple ways. You can have a contact page, social media stuff on there as being connected. You want to make sure you're connecting your social media, because again, while you don't want to rely too heavily on social media, you definitely still want to play a role in that. So you want to make sure everything is kind of interconnected and all the networks are connected in easy ways. On every page in the footer of the website, I have links to my social media, and I also have it at the navigation bar at the top. So Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Maybe I'll throw in a TikTok, who knows. And the last tip, which again kind of ties into them coming to that site to get information about you, it should also feel like you. The vibe of the whole website should scream you. You could mean your brand. And for what I was going for with this, I wanted it to be clean, easy, colors that are in your face, and vibrant, white, contemporary, minimalist, also kind of reflected in the logo. Basically, the website should also be a reflection of what kind of person you are, or at least what you're trying to be or what you're trying to portray. Other things you can add to it to keep it alive is to have a journal or a blog, something you kind of update, keeps people coming back to the website, helping with traffic as well. You want to make sure each page has like SEO stuff figured out. So you have tags and all that figured out. That way you're easier to find in search engines and things like that. Take advantage of the newsletter options there where people can sign up for a newsletter. So I also have that at the footer of the homepage. And these are all features you can easily find on Wix. So yeah, the blogs and the newsletter allows you to even email people, keeps people coming back to your website, traffic, do better on search engines and all that kind of stuff. All good for you. Those are the basic 6 tips that I recommend for artists putting together their art portfolio website with Wix. For the 2.5 people that made it to the end of this video, I thank you. Don't forget to like, Holy Ghost, smash the subscribe button and hit the bell so you stay notified each time I upload absolutely anything. Turn on all notifications. Follow me on all social media. Links to everything you could possibly need will be in the description, including my link to get started with Wix. Check out more videos on the channel. It's White Manga, and I'm Ali 9000.